Hello everyone and welcome to the final quarterfinal of the Providence Cup. One last spot for the final four, and the semi-finals will be up for grabs here between the two-time RR champions Joker J and Fenium and CX Punk MkIII, Chris X and JK Punk. Like before, it is a 2v2 matchup of two spins at all times, and we will start with Berlin, which is a very much dreaded map here for us. Not just myself, but co-caster and admin Mendo. Welcome.
Yeah, cheers, dude. Hello, everyone. Already not looking forward to this. I love Berlin, but this is a scary admin job, right? Oh dear. Yeah, we'll be fine.
It'll be a crazy map, but it will be an exciting match after that for sure. I think it's probably the hardest quarterfinal to call.
Yeah, there's just crazy talent here. Yeah, I mean, the name would suggest on one side, yeah, with 2 times RR champs, but that's also sort of better known as 2 times RR champs and 2 times RR finalists. Technically 4 times, but you know what I mean. In fact, 5 actually. I think Fenium was there a while ago. Just saying. But the caliber of player here is, yeah, pretty stacked.
I think Fenium did end up with a crash. I don't have a feed from him. As we see the two spins here. Well, it's 10 conditions. I'm not sure we are meant to read all of these out, but looking at all of these, there are no suit kills. There is Fire DJ in the first spin, for which the Molotov cannot be used anymore. The second one has Fall and Consume Poison, but I think both have Fall as Hirschmuller, so it's a funny combination there.
I'm hoping Fenium's not going to be offline for too long.
It's the weirdest combination because it's not the offline message, it's not the blue screen. I'm not sure if Fenium's console would throw that error screen, but it's the black screen as if some display is not working, which would be really unfortunate.
Oh, mine is just offline.
Oh.
So this is good fun. That's fine. What's the worst that can happen? But I mean, straight away we have, we've got people loading in anyway while we wait for Fenium. Joker's already 30 seconds into his run. Probably going the second spin based on the bartender start, maybe? Or did he start bartender actually, or has he just swapped in the little hut? I wasn't actually.
I started club crew and changed it to the bartender, yeah. But
yeah,
same result.
Too busy watching Fenium. Or trying to make sure he's okay.
So of course the bartender is important for the bottom spin, and in a quieter moment I think for this map I will align the streams as necessary, but we can see the kill for Joker J. He is definitely going for the second spin and gets the Consume Poison at 1 minute and 5 seconds. And I think Punk will follow that because he is also now the bartender and poisoning the glass. Cup rather.
There we go. Fenium is live. I just had to drop him a ping. I think he was. Yeah, we can see he's live and has been playing. He just hadn't hit stream on his console. But we haven't missed any action, so no problems there.
Yeah, no kills that we couldn't verify. You couldn't verify. So looking all good there. Joker J already second kill there. It's the club security loud AR. And it will be loud, it will be heard, but no one will investigate this area. It's just a bit too far away for the closest non-civilian NPC.
Don't make this personal or you'll get sloppy. And clearly he's not making.
Yeah, I like what Joker's doing here. Actually, it's a quick couple of kills on, awkward kills. I guess. I mean, the Consume Poison is obviously easy, just making sure you stay in that disguise, and yeah, the loud stuff. Not too bad on the roof, but still to have them both done in 2 minutes is pretty good.
At least now on my end it should be Fenium and Chris going for the top spin. Joker J and JK Punk on the bottom one. He's getting the SMG, which would be important for the Florida Man kill, I think later down the line. Of course, lots more silent SMGs to get, but that will help. And I think it's going to be a Florida, no, it's an Agent Swan isolation in the Seeker for Chris.
Yeah, I'm actually going to set my screens up here so they're the same as yours so I don't get confused.
Yeah, I probably
There
threw
we
you
go.
for a loop there, but I can help with sharing this screen for reference and we can have the same delay.
Actually, yeah, that is a good shout.
Either helps a lot or hurts a lot, but we will figure it out as we have kills on all ends. Of course, the Consume Poison was the early kill on the second spin, and we could see the... Pretty sure the Pistol Club Security kill was done for the top half, because that would be the one early kill so far. Connected with a great point. I mentioned the Fall Hirschmüller kill on both spins, but it's actually the Silent SMG Florida Man is also copied on both sides, so it will be very similar experiences, but luckily 3 other kills which we can determine that are different.
Yeah, this is the game that I admined earlier between Improv and yourselves. The Bangkok, when I rolled it, I had to roll it 4 different times, I think it was, or 3 different times, because it kept trying to give me Loud Explosive Stalker on one of the spins. 3 times in a row, I believe it was, which, I mean, I did want to see that, but it is, of course, illegal.
Yeah, that's kind of conspiracy theory stuff at this point, especially with people claiming spins are getting harder. Well, spins are getting more similar apparently for these two spins. Of course, the thing that will make this even harder to admit that no one has reached so far, not that we wish for anyone, but everyone is 3 or 4 minutes in. Everyone with at least 1 kill so far. I think it's Phenom and Joker with 2 each. Chris X3 also 2, and Punk with 1, but Rolf Hirschmüller has already been isolated, so progress has been made there. Joker's getting Florida Man, which will be important for his Silent SMG kill. And sure enough, there is... Well, he almost shot the C4 there, so this is a bit scary. But gets his 3rd kill now, along with Club Security and Barton that Consume Poison. Punk has made a triple KO in this office room of this, I guess, security evidence room. And the 2 civilians first and last on, I think it would be Chamberlain at this timing. And he is about to make this a soundproof loud kill with the AR. But that, oh, changes in the last second. Nice catch by Punk, who keeps his run alive with no wrong kill there, but changes back into Rolf Hirschmüller, which will be useful for the fall kill, of course.
Yeah, I'm really glad he double-checked that. I did have a brief panic myself, and I'm not even playing. Interestingly, didn't take the cams out while he was already here. He is still yellow guns, but he will have a target down to go back for regardless.
Yeah, I think the fact that he will be back in this room actually in 10 seconds again might be on his short or long-term memory, and with the SMG in hand, he will first make the same kill as Joker did, putting him on 3 out of 5, and there's the chance again to shoot the evidence.
Yeah, so I think he just double-checked the spin again there, just in case, but that was fortunately correct. Yeah, it's kind of hard to separate the 2 teams here, because, yeah, I mean, GK, Fanium, Joker, all 3 kills. Chris, only the 2, but again, as we've said, the legwork has been put in for all of these guys, so... Yeah, it still could go anyway, in my opinion, here.
Oh, and Joker will have the first restart there with, I think that was Montgomery's guard. Well, Rolf Hirschmüller doesn't have a lot of enforcers, but apparently one of the guards was, and that will be a 7-minute restart for Joker, and of course changing the tide of this map so far a lot.
Yeah, potentially a blessing in disguise for the admin here. Not gonna lie, that could be helpful to me personally.
Yeah, for now it is all eyes on CX Punk as opposed to, of course, both teams racing. Now it is a big advantage there, and well, it's not a 7 or an 8 or a 9 minute spin, but we will have potential finishes in just a few minutes. I think I would have to say that this is a spin of the longer kind, both of them, since they do involve Rolf Fall and Florida Man. It's actually the similarities which settle this spin as a harder one.
Yeah, and that's Fanium now on 4 kills as well. So he's only got 1 remaining.
Oh, and Punky he started with the triple shot on Banner, not up to the roof, but down to the DJ spot. But went into combat, and he started punching him, which of course could have been the intention as well, but the DJ was hearing that and was no doubt listening to that and would have spotted him as well. So now both of the second spin players restarting.
Yeah, and that could change a lot, honestly. Joker's rip looked pretty costly, but now he actually has a minute in-game time advantage on probably the easier of the 2 spins. I wouldn't say any of them are particularly easy regardless, but having to avoid fire is preferable now that we don't have that Molotov option, in my opinion anyway. That fire can be a bit scary.
It might just be the last obstacle for Fanium. Is that the kill that is missing? I think it's hard to say because there are still agents isolated in the stairwell.
Yeah, I think he's just done that sort of reactionary, but yeah, it should be just the fire kill. Pretty sure everything else was done, no problem. Getting the delivery guy disguise. Now, the only thing as an admin I should remember, I'm pretty sure, do we allow the incinerator as fire?
We do. It would be allowed.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to say yes. I was fairly confident.
Still, of course, it's very good to say. Fanium is going for a jump then, which means that my guess was wrong.
Yeah, he must have already done that fire kill. Although looking at the map, oh yeah, and I was going to say looking at the map, it looked like he was still up, but of course there's Agent Price. Is it Price? The sniper?
Tremaine, the sniper guy.
Sorry,
yeah, but they had the
same
thought there.
Yeah, so it must be Tremaine we saw on the map.
That's Fanium getting the. I think it's literally the same kill as one of the trailers.
Yeah, I only noticed as well. Joker's had another restart, by the way. I didn't see what happened. But yeah, he's now a minute down on GK.
And speaking of restarts, Chris with a naked body found. With that timing, it's always scary. Who might it be? I didn't watch the rest of the situation there. I don't want to jinx it to be the Florida Man, especially because I think Chris is taking care of him much earlier, but it's an unfortunate body found.
Yeah, but that is Fanium done.
And that's one finish against the 2 restarts of CX Punk and the minute 40 run there for Joker J, whose run we at least now can understand much better, since of course we've seen so much of it, starting with the Consume Poison. He's already got that. Second kill will be now with the Loud AR as club security. And I think he just wants to make things safer here. But it's also a very quick Rolf kill here on the roof.
Agent Banner, report. Are you there?
Yeah, and I'm gonna take a guess and say Joker's probably gonna have learned a lot from that previous run as to how he can sort of reroute and improve his time here. I very much expect this to be a far quicker run from Joker here.
Yeah.
Just wants to be careful here.
Now Joker was hoping to get an isolation on Montgomery as well, but he's panicking down the other staircase, and okay, apparently he hasn't gone that far, so now that the panic is gone, and you can hear actually him talk about 47, so it will be a delayed isolation there, but we'll get his fourth agent down.
Yeah, and looking pretty good here. Again, Fanian probably had what I would say is the hardest spin just because of that fight. Joker might have been... well, I would say he was going to maybe play a bit safer, but I know Joker too well, actually. That's definitely not true at all.
Hey, who is throwing stuff around?
Playing safer is definitely a good strategy when you are the second, or when you are the first player and you know that you're ahead. I think the fact that Joker knows that he's behind, I think this thought starts to creeping in and wants to speed it up, which would be, of course, not great and for nothing currently with his minute and a half advantage and good setups.
You, take a look. No problem.
But he will get this Rolf room cleared out. Just one more biker to go. And that is Chamberlain right there, although I'm not sure if much can be done with him. Of course, I do think it's good to isolate him because the 3 kills remaining for him are the next net, the silence SMG and the fall.
Understood. I'll be ready.
So I think
Yeah, I think he'll get Chamberlain for the SMG kill again. It's what we saw him do the first time. The Florida Man SMG kill, I should say.
it's almost pick your own agent day because Montgomery is here after delay. But this is all the agents Joker needs. Or is it? No, because Banner came up, but he was already the loud AR. So that means two should be KO'd at this point, not 3. Music a bit loud as I change to Joker's side, but
He's just trying to find the Florida Man who's on his way upstairs at this point in time. You can see GK is about to get Florida Man actually, but he's not in the greatest of rooms. Has a trank though. Means he doesn't have to worry about that body.
worked out very nicely here. And though we missed the fire kill on Phanium's side, we can see the setup on Chris's end. Will be punctured with the screwdriver. And I think coins would do the play then. To get him closer, there is one coin at least.
Yeah. There's Joker with another kill as well. He's got his Florida Man SMG done. So that leaves the fall kill and just the next snap, right? I think for Joker. Yeah, so he's especially the DJ should be reasonably quick, depending on which target he wants to go for. And as we said, the fall kill is set up on the roof already as well.
It's just long to get up there, but definitely very nicely set up. And I think he has an emetic device, so he could use any agent at this point, I think. But I think he may just still default to Montgomery. He's looking towards the other end of the main hall, so interesting to see.
Yeah, I think it might be easier to go for Swan at this point, honestly. And just use that emetic. And then he's right by the delivery exit anyway.
Yeah, it would make sense. Oh, but Florida Man was strength in this area, I'm pretty sure. I think Joker wouldn't risk it, but the fact that Montgomery found them was of course a further delay, and I was looking for a long-range emetic, which I think didn't hit. I'm not sure about the specifics of the emetic device. He might still be sick. Just needs to take care of the distraction first.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't think that's it. I'm not seeing... No, there's no icon change.
No. That's unfortunate. But Joker gets his disguise back, which I think was also a factor in this trying to make sense of this calamity. I think it might be a bit questionable that Joker left Rolf here in the first place. Gets out of this area though. The door is totally open from before, but has to shoot it anyway. Just a bit of delay, and it might allow CX Punk to catch up. JK Punk for sure, because he is now on 4 out of 5, taking the lead from Joker. Chris, of course, with the fire setup, have been a bit behind just in terms of pure kills.
Yeah, both of those guys working on Rolf at the same time.
All 3 of them will be becoming off at the same time. This Joker gets his 4th kill, gets his green guns back.
Yeah, and he made sure to dump that body far enough over as well that it won't bring anyone up to where he's already left bodies. Because he did obviously knock out that roof guard to pretty much soundproof the roof. And it looks like he's going to be just in time to get Montgomery back on the stairs.
Yeah, after all these delays and whatnot, seems just fine to get a green gun ISO even.
Yeah, and his DJ obviously is right down here, so he'll be done in the next probably 45-ish seconds at most. So he does have to run. Oh, there is a basement exit. This is reasonably close actually. Yeah, it's definitely going to be done pretty quick here. I don't think there's going to be enough time for CX Punk, sorry, to catch up this time.
Especially because I think when GK, sorry, was about to get his last kill, was it either the fact that green or the rooftop agent was seen during the animation, but also the fact that there was a picture-in-picture at the same time of a naked body. Now, Punky had a Trank, so definitely used it on some agents, but one of these two definitely ruined his green guns, and well, at least it did not change the end result, because while I was talking about this, Joker J did finish the 936 second try. I think third try rather, but starting off well for the 2-time Dara champions in Berlin.
Yeah, indeed. That's a really good run actually as well. I think Joker will just be annoyed at the amount of rips, even though he definitely doesn't need to be. But yeah, pretty good performance. Should be happy to take the sort of opening map, which I want to say was their pick, but I can't remember how the ban order worked for.
It's a bit hard to follow, but I wanted to double check here that the first map is always by Team B, so CX Punk has picked Berlin, but the next 2 maps will be from 2-time RR champions. First Dubai and Whittleton.
Yeah, so I'm getting the wrong way around. So yeah, it's a good 2-0 anyway, but it's an even better 2-0 than taking your opponent's map as well.
And it must be... I mean, it's hard to say because the previous 2 matches actually, from the last, should I say 12 hours, have started with someone taking the 2-0 lead. You would think that the momentum is on their side, but the other team has won the 3 maps after that, so definitely hope and chance and everything between the 2 for CX Punk as well on these 2 quite short maps to take the lead again. I cannot remember Dubai from before. I'm going to have a good long scroll there. There was a 1v1 Dubai between Rusty Abram and Improv Royalty.
And this guy versus Moo in the groups.
And you did beat Moo there.
Lovely
1v1.
photo finish, yeah. I think it was a 3 seconds or something.
I counted that.
Crazy close.
Now let's just say that it was the closest map of the tournament. Really close to that 1-1 tie. But actually there was one 2v2 Dubai's. I just cannot remember the spins, even though I was co-casting with Joker, between Boreal Forest and Exos Master Race. But it's obviously not all too popular map for 2v1, 2v2, sorry, or just in roulette in general.
Yeah, I can't say I'm surprised it's coming for, 'cause if this is the 2XRR champs pick. I think both of these guys have. I mean, Joker in particular, I'm fairly confident if you ask him, will. I don't think he loves Dubai, but I know he prefers the quicker maps in general. So I
Yeah,
can't say I'm massively surprised.
can agree with that for sure. But we have seen rips from 3 out of 4 players, and if the same were to happen in Dubai, that's definitely even more so of a result-changing outcome, or a crucial moment rather.
Yeah, I've been busy just making sure these are actually legal kills. I keep forgetting that there's 2 on the page and
Who
not
cares
just one.
about the
But yes,
second one, right? Yeah.
all good, all good. So yeah, we have legal spins. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you said Dubai is not popular. I'll be honest. I picked it when I played against Mood just because it's a map I just randomly decided to start practicing one day, and it's actually grown on me. I'll be honest. Once you know the 2 isolations and stuff, or the normal isolations, I guess, the common ones. I think it's quite fun because it is just a one-off race a lot of the time, and I'm becoming a fan of that sort of style of play now. I've been converted.
I think it's a neat little map. It doesn't offer all too much, but I think for the game of roulette, especially the competitive aspect, shorter maps do have their value, and this is the shortest 2 target map, and the things we associate with Dartmoor and New York would definitely apply here as well.
What's his face?
And I will turn up Chris's audio.
Waste time.
Let's see if we can listen into
Too early.
Chris and Punk's spin reveal and how they handle it for just a half a minute.
Yeah.
Quietly is the answer.
All right, gather up. This is briefing
6,000.
Yeah, well, both event staff options in both of these spins, so that doesn't give too much away. Yeah, I mean, skydiving suit. I know everyone has their own way of doing it, let's say.
What is Ingram?
Loud pistols, loud explosives.
Yeah, some
Not
work,
sure
some
which-
don't.
Yeah, it's not the easiest getting that. I mean, I'm sure a lot of players would disagree, saying it's the easiest thing in the world. Yeah, I can't say I agree. Electrocution, however, that is a very, very easy kill. Fall, also a very easy kill, as we've just seen from Chris. So we now know the answer. Chris is taking that top spin there. He's going to go down and grab himself the skydiving suit after he isolates Marcus Stuyvesant. He's actually very late for Marcus Stuyvesant here, but he has got a trank, which he might have to use here. Yeah.
But of course, the top spin doesn't require a live kill. I was just a bit confused because he did become the England's bodyguard, but of course it will work out for him.
Yeah, and I was wondering where the hell he was going then, but he's just going to go and grab a trank just because. Why not?
He definitely can still afford it. And
Yeah, so maybe that's how Chris is going to panic the atrium. He's got 1 dart left. Maybe he's just going to plan on firing 1 dart, which of course would allow him to grab that skydiving suit.
yeah,
Not sure how good a trank works though.
Yeah, I wanted to say that of the panics and confusions, I think I just the Chank the least, because I don't think it even works for hostile area, but there is
He's just going to fire SMGs all over the
Yeah.
place anyway.
a lot of places.
Damn it, can't set up the kill.
Yeah, and seems to have... Oh, not worked.
Seems to have
Yeah, I could see they had that one
Yeah.
guy.
And he
Fanium
is one
just
of the
gone for a
worst
body
to
shot.
distract there, yeah.
Yeah, I
Trying
think
to
the way Fanium did that definitely looked pretty good. Just one simple pistol body shot. Joker's already out, by the way. Barely even.
I think he
we
managed
barely
to
even
he
have
managed to
time to
not talk
mention
anything.
anything.
Yeah, a minute 26 of run and no explanation whatsoever. Lightning quick electrocution.
I mean, that's just absurd, isn't it? 126.
Might just be the lowest ever in-game time for a Dubai I've seen, at least in roulette.
It's just it takes me that long to think about it, but
Started as the
yeah, excellent run from Joker. Not that I saw much of it because he was too fast for my eyes, but there we go.
I do want to give a
Gee.
quick recap of it from the VOD, or the VOD. I always saying it like that. He's gone through the less popular way from hard crew start, got all the isolations by 30 seconds, and that gave him just enough time to drag Ingram to a puddle, and of course do the usual stuff as Ingram's bodyguard. So there is one finish, and there is the Fanium finish as well. Or wait, am I mistaken? Because I wasn't even looking there.
As any kind of photo finish timer has just disappeared as well.
Which would
that
result us in
is,
3 finishes, but not 4.
Now, what is the next map? Where are we off to? We're off to
Whittleton
Whittleton
Creek.
Creek.
So it might take us. Yep.
I was going to say, now this could be an interesting one because Chris, previous world record holder in Roulette Rivals, Joker beat that against Fanium, who would have also beat it had he not lost. So
Yeah, I remember that spin.
yeah, could be an interesting one. This could be. I'm hoping it's not a speedrun spin, to be honest, because my eyes can't handle that level of speed.
It is mentioned in Discord and here in chat as well. It is the all-important third map for Joker J. He has had a really funny encounter with third maps in the group stage. For all the
maps I played were like
greatness that they've done as a team, I think Joker has individually not managed to finish a spin, which were map 3, but now it could mean a 6-0 win for the twice RR champions. Of course, I'm sure a lot of emotions are going through the mind of Joker, who is a big fan of Dartmoor, but Dartmoor is coming as late as the 5th map, so for that to happen, they would have to lose the next 2 maps. But not sure if anyone would want that, having the 4-0 lead, of course. Some crazy isolation of Fanium's side. We'll have just under 4 minutes until the 3rd map.
Admin work done. Sorry, I went a bit quiet there. Yeah. I had to do a quick respin there. There was an illegal spin, which fall for Nolan was what we would have seen if I hadn't have noticed it, which is one of the only conditions not allowed on this map, I believe. Other than the weird weapons like the beak staff and things like that. I don't think there's too many bans. I think it's just consumed poison in Providence, actually, as well, isn't it? We don't have consumed poison in Providence.
And historically,
falling objects, Janus.
Historically, it is the condition which somehow sneaks its way in the most. It's like almost tradition to have a Nolan consumed spin every once in a while, but apparently it wasn't going to happen this way, and you caught it nicely either way.
Yeah, I mean, I never actually realized how that you couldn't do a good fall kill for Nolan. I guess the only way is to dump him in the creek, right, at the back.
Yes, all the way down here, where Chris is at this moment, so...
Yeah, that's no fun.
Yeah, of course it's always a hard discussion what is worth banning and what isn't. And of course, Providence always has a different mentality. I think the fact that it's not really intuitive and that just forces the loadout to just made it a less favored kill. Sorry for Whittleton Creek. And of course, causing poison is just also just a hassle to get.
I can see Obs mentioning the Nolan falling object. That was in. Yeah, I remember playing Nolan falling objects. It's, you know, it's not the most fun I've ever had, but you know, there's worse spins you can get.
Yeah, always hard to call with these Nolan accidents. Actually, the Janus accidents are also quite interesting. The fact that it has the propane tank for explosion accident, which isn't really often used, but the drowning and electrocution, where you have to get him to a bathroom, always ends up being just a bit too challenging, or a bit more challenging than most spins. Final minute before the potentially final spin of this final quarterfinal. Joker and Fenium need just 1 point from the remaining 3 maps.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, reading not general chat, the Providence Cup chat, morale does seem like it might be a touch low on CX Punk MkIII right now, but you never know. It is one of those maps. Yeah, that's still a thing. But
You
no,
said that, not me.
It is. It is a coin flip map. Whittleton, well, mainly not normally, but just due to the guys playing this, I'm going to say it's definitely a coin flip map. Yeah, current world record holder, previous holder, and potential holder is going to be pretty crazy. But spins are here. Now, do we have comms? I don't know what you've got enabled right now.
I can check Punk's voice. I think the fact that I figured out with Chris's stream that we didn't hear his mic and we had some silence on their team because Chris was talking mostly about the spins, but sadly couldn't hear that. So for now, I didn't jump into either team's channels, but you can see the spins. It's obvious suit start for the Silent SMG suit and letter opener broker, and another letter opener in the bottom spin, combined with Janus electrocution, so that could result in different starts, and Joker definitely going bottom with the Garbage Man start.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the 2 XRR champions, it's pretty clear to see who's going for what hit. Although Fenium is having difficulty trying to do some little pistol shots here to turn people around.
I think for the first time this match we will have a discrepancy with Chris in the top right. We'll be going for the bottom spin, as he's not starting suit. Easy as that. Punky looking to get that gramophone lure on Janus for the first kill. It's probably the more straightforward one, because after that it's just the letter opener from Helen's attic and the real estate broker with probably any amount of darts. It's no problem to get.
Yeah, and Joker, I didn't realize this was this must be an easier thing than trying to fire a seeker shot into to Janus. He's just gonna knock the whole house out. Although he did get one of the bodies spotted by a camera, I think that was.
It had to be the camera.
Yeah, I think so. The other guys should have been safe.
So that's a significant amount of setback for Joker. Both of CX Punks are now minutes 15 or more into the spin. But I think it will be a Joker versus Chris race. The way these spins are going, Fenium and Punk are having a more straightforward spins.
Yeah, and GK, I would say playing safe, I guess. Gonna go for the downstairs isolation here. Definitely probably would have had enough time to get up here in a suit and stuff, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's probably quicker actually, to be honest, thinking about it for a suit start. Because if you miss him and he has to come back up with the gramophone, you can spend quite a long time waiting for Gunther, and that really sucks.
yeah, and GK can get the disguise quick and leave the area. Now he has accessibility from before, so just looking for the two mainline clues. Meanwhile, Joker with another restart there. He is having troubles with this, I guess, quad KO with the two guards, Gunther and Janus.
Yeah, and chat. I'll be honest, we all love Joker, but yeah, chat is loving his his issues. Yeah.
It really is one of the more interesting storylines of the tournament, for sure.
Yeah, the map 3 boogeyman for Joker. A nice peekaboo here from Fanium to get Nolan into. I can't remember what this the name of the people who own this house actually is. This little corner one, but into this garden.
Yeah, it's called the Lewinsky property for, I think, no good reason whatsoever. Oh, close call for Fanium, but and the guard is coming in, so that's a restart.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think he would have needed when he went for the whoosh. I think he needed to run much further away than that. He's gonna bring in an emetic device. So I'm guessing he's gonna plan on bringing, emeticking Nolan to get him somewhere. I think you can emetic him and he will go into that garden anyway.
That's a good question.
Emetic him in that bit.
The spot I'm thinking of, well, I didn't check it since the patch, but that would include, sorry, I want to say it quickly, it's the shed to the left from suit start. It's where he should go, behind that.
Yes, yeah, I know what you mean. Where the sheriff is, or what? Like, he's not the sheriff, the deputy.
The first deputy we see on the map.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So that would be a
quick
finish.
Yeah, I know what you mean actually, because yeah, when I had the falling object as that was the real estate broker, I just seeked him because I didn't really want to risk anything. So I seeked him, and yeah, I had to wait all the way for him to walk to that shed, which felt like a lifetime. But...
It takes a while when you don't have anything else to do. I think Finium would be able to chain it with dispenser grab, which is why it's so good. Finium getting close there and almost orange, but no cigar, so that should be a quick ISO as well. But I think focus is now on CX Punk, both 4.5 minutes in, and just Nolan remaining.
Yeah, and GK has a clue remaining, but yeah, that's a nothing thing. I think which clue is that? Is that the cigar box that he's missing? Yeah. I can never remember which clue means what. In fact, you might have even just said it. I can't remember. It's been a long day.
It's always harder in a cast to remember all these things.
Constant meeting confirmed. That was actually what I was trying to think of there. The actual name of the clue.
Yeah.
But either way, Chris is about to be out of here. GK is about to grab the disguise from that very shed we were talking about. I hope he hides that body.
Yeah. Nicely foreshadowing from your experience to Punky's last disguise grab, and he has made Nolan sick a while before, so it's not even going to be a garage isolation, but just a letter opener kill to finish this Whittleton Creek in just about half minute.
Yeah, and there's going to be no way that the RR champions are going to come back from this, so yeah, we'll be most likely seeing a 4-2. I can't see anywhere that GK can rip. No caster's curse, touch wood. It should be all good, as long as he doesn't do anything too wild on his way out.
Going as hard as possible to jinx it, but yeah, it is the end of the third map, and for the third time in a row we will have at least a map taken from both teams. Going to a map 4 with the potential of a map 5. CX Punk taking their first map of the match, and it's probably more importantly for the people in this chat, Joker J failing to finish a third map in the quarterfinal.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has a thing they have to basically get bullied for, right? And we've now found his. I'm sure he
It-
won't be too pleased with that, but that is what it is.
Yeah, I think depending on the scoreline, he will be somewhat pleased or not. But definitely has to get this behind him and focus on Mendoza, which will be the fourth map of this match. Still match point for the twice RR champions, but it is all the more tense now. It's not even their own map pick.
The only redeeming thing here for Joker as well, I just thought, at least Fanium hadn't finished. If Fanium had finished and he was waiting, then yeah, Joker would probably be pretty upset. That's nothing too bad, at least.
Yeah.
I've already forgot when I said this spin was going live. 49.
Relatable. So relatable.
There we go. 4.5 minutes. Now Mendoza. So is this a pick from
CX Punk.
CX Punk? Now, yeah, I was gonna say it would have reversed, because I know this isn't a map that Joker likes. In fact, he's an avid hater of Mendoza. I think he only has one map that he prefers less. Or in fact, this might even be his most hated. I can't remember.
I can't remember his most hated map. Would it be New York?
I don't know.
What is he known for? Yeah, I just wasn't sure.
He's
Maybe.
just the Dartmoor guy, but obviously that is because of his preference for it rather than his disdain. I'm sure there is another map.
And we will find it.
User joined is just highlighting the things we all get bullied for.
Yeah,
I like how you put Froat as the peekaboo guy. I mean, he's also, the old... was it a silent AR on Sapienza? Or loud
yeah.
AR? I can't even remember.
Yeah,
just the AR,
AR.
basically. Yeah, memories. Everyone
Still
has
not
things.
punched in. Yeah. Well, I've played Mendoza a couple hours ago and definitely interested to see how these spins plan out compared to the ones we've played with Observer and Improv Royalty. I didn't see the spins all the way, but we were denied of a quadruple tango exit by, I think it wasn't spawning for Meme, and he was just half a minute behind the three of us, so it would have been really close there with vastly different spins.
Yeah, we have apparently a delay request of 3 minutes because Fanium's food arrives when the spin is meant to be here.
Of all the requests.
Angry reaction.
I don't think we've been given much of a choice.
Yeah, I think I've done it right.
Yep, 5.5 minutes. Would be a good time to be a streamer with the briefings, but don't think that will get us much closer to the time.
Yeah, and I can see in the Discord saying about go quad tango exit. That nearly happened in your game earlier. Both you and Obs both went tango, and I can't remember who on the other side finished. I think it was Blythe. All of you had the tango exit, and Meme wasn't too far off, and I just instantly felt like crying. If I'd had to do some kind of, timing calculations with quad tango exit, I wouldn't have been a happy man.
It's we're as stressed as possible, and I like to overcomplicate things. So after each map, we would be furiously looking at the message channel or where the spins are and looking for the run verified inclination or sign, because that might mean we got the points. And of course that combined with Mendoza and the fact that you would be obligated to wait out the tango timing meant that it was a long and stressful wait for both of us.
Yeah, I mean, we've got plenty of time now. We've got 4 minutes. I want your thoughts on this new Mendoza exit, and if you say you like it, we'll have an argument live. Just saying, just put it in the parking lot. God damn it.
Yeah, let's see if we can just stir up some drama. Well, they are trying, or obviously a lot of things were patched, which some of them are very controversial, some of them may be interpreted as a kindness from IO. it does feel like a bit of a misstep because it either doesn't change a lot with some speedruns, or it basically just minimizes the runtime to 3, 4, 5 seconds, as we've seen with the various Mendoza ETs.
Yeah, as you say, we mentioned this before. Well, Joker did anyway. The iconoclast or whatever her name is, Joanne Baywater. I think is it like a 4-second timing on that ET now, which yeah, I mean, you know, there's not much. I don't even know what to say, honestly. It's kind of funny in a non-funny way, but yeah, I mean, for casual play, to be fair, it's actually a very good exit if you don't play roulette or speedy, or you know, if you're a first-time player, that exit, well, not first time, but you know, if you're just a
Yeah.
casual enjoyer of Hitman, it's not a bad exit. But yeah, it's not particularly beneficial for us roulette players. We're not too impressed. Although, as you said, I mean, at least they're trying, right? It's better than nothing. I think people are more upset that the Dartmoor ledge got, well, half patched.
They tried their best, yeah.
You can technically still do it, but yeah, people really aren't happy about that one.
Yeah, really interesting decision with the Dartmoor drop as well, and I think it's just the best summarization of this patch, that the agony of the patch, and then the first night. Jodes had the first clip, so I think he will be the one who will be credited with. But
Yeah,
show that's the
it
drop.
was his video that I saw. Yeah.
Basically,
I
just,
mean, the good news for this patch, at least we have a balanced haven now.
that's true.
Console players can. Well, I mean, some people aren't happy about even that because they, you know, once you got used to the broken walls, it wasn't too bad. Once you know where things could go wrong, but
Yeah.
it's nicer to level the playing field at least, so we all have a working haven. Especially with the knockout stages of TPC and obviously other events just around the corner.
Yeah, well, not to make it about myself, but the time I was playing roulette, it was the third time I had to learn Haven Island from scratch. For Hitman 2 with the working villa, and then for Hitman 3 last January with the wall hacks, and then relearning it with, of course, not many Hitman 2 strats still being viable. It was a bit of a struggle, and yeah, roulette takes time to keep up with all these strats, of which there are just so many, with the playlists and YouTube channels and all the videos. The one Meme has posted today will be, of course, viable for some spins. Just so much stuff.
Yeah, more importantly though, we're only 10 seconds away from our spin after Fanium has hopefully had his food and has either eaten in lightning pace or is gonna wait.
Yeah, there is no escape now.
Yeah.
You will see the 2 spins here. I didn't join any VCs here, so we can just talk about it immediately. Security first spin, Mercenary second spin. The Tango will be a longer interpretation of this spin, but at least it's with Explosion Accident.
Yeah, so I don't think either of these spins are too bad. They're both just going to be maybe a little emetic-y, if that's a phrase people use. Yeah, I mean the Herald obviously. I'm guessing Joker's going to be going for that. I can see he's got the phone in his inventory, which is the sort of common now method of grabbing a Herald disguise.
And I
Synchronized starts from Joker and Fanium as well, which was just really weird.
This is going to be 3 waiter starts, and I think the last time around was also 3-1 split, but this time Chris going different way with the Sado start and looking for a seeker angle on the Tango Musician, which will net him a lot of time. And Punk will be going for the Herald, which I also wanted to mention that he was also someone who was, yeah, I think in the final minute before the spin he got the Herald as well, so I think that was a very quick decision on CX Punk to go top and bottom. Of course, some isolations. That Joker with 1 restart so far, and I think that's all we have had so far.
Yeah, everyone else still in their first attempt. But I think, well, we might have seen someone do like a literally instant replan. I can't even remember.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much first goes.
it's always hard to say. Venium has everyone down in the villa. And can go... Of course, it will be just a bit different to see, but he can go for the Tango Musician, of course. Or finishing the Tamara ISO. She was made sick there, so we'll be not far away from that first kill.
Oh, and Chris went to shoot a distraction shot on the wall.
Oh,
Accidentally hit the barrier. Oh,
and the second time was orange from through that object.
yeah, that's upsetting for Chris. He's gonna go for a replan as well. He's going for a shrine start.
Oh,
I thought Joker was gonna have some issues there, but no, he's okay.
yeah, I was gonna have some issues seeing Don on the table, but I think that's all settled. Not luring a mercenary just yet, but can do that anytime. And he won't actually just go cameras on him. That's a head turn I don't like, but worked out for Joker this time, and Svenium getting some unfortunate ragdoll moments. The game is in a very strange state in these last 30 seconds, but Svenium should get this electrocution soon. Yeah, Don in the table would be more specific, Sparkles. I think that should be 4 NPCs taken care of. Tamara and 3 civilians or non-targets.
Yeah, Fanium should be done pretty quick here, actually.
I'm not sure about the explosion accident. Did he set up the propane there?
I thought he had. Maybe I'm imagining things.
I would believe you there. I just know how
Honestly, can't remember.
finicky is it. Yeah.
He's not gone for the Tango Musician now. I must be imagining things. I probably watched someone else's stream and just assumed he's done something.
It is just so hard to 2v2 and... Oh, it was so hard to get a hold of the propane, but Chris gets it. Of course, he has had the 3 plan. And now from Shrine he's setting up. Oh, and Punky. That was a flower bed rip. I think on the Herald then? I honestly wasn't sure.
Yeah, I knew he was around the flower bed, so yeah, I'm guessing he's had some issues.
Chris might or might not get a question mark. No, he got away with it. Oh, wrong disguise for Punky. Oh. Thank you, Kaneta.
I'm glad someone was paying attention.
It's like a 1v1, it's more realistic to follow all these actions. From 2v2 onward, it's sadly not 100% guaranteed that we can catch everything.
Yeah, I mean, 2v2 on the same spin isn't too bad, but yeah, following 2 completely different spins, yeah, it can get a bit confusing.
At least we sometimes have this nice layout of who goes for which spin. But I think it's... So now it's just to make sure it's both players at the top going for the bottom spin with the explosion accident, and Joker and Punky going for the explosive weapon. With the fact that the kills are so similarly sounding, it's also difficult. Punky will get a quick kill though here. We'll have to see how it lines up with the head of security isolation or just isolating Yates himself. But quick first kill. And that's now all set up for Fanium. He has to become the Tango musician. It's not a mercenary kill. It was Tamara, but we know where the musician is.
He's got his tango musician in the bathroom downstairs already.
Yep.
So, yeah, he'll be out in the next minute or so. Well, unless he uses tango, in which case, 2 minutes, whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, it genuinely might be easier for him to actually just put the mercenary back on and just run out into the vineyard.
I think so. At least
it is a remote accident, and I'm assuming he hid the rest of the bodies, but
yeah, it doesn't really matter when he finishes, but rather when the gun is being pressed and he's looking at the
I think he
Tango
might be
place.
using the new exit.
Yeah, there is the
he's going to
usage.
use the new one.
I suppose this is the niche usage of the first exit. Now he's just teasing us, but of course he knows and we all know that he has some extra time.
Yeah, we saw Diana was pretty far away from the Tango, and he didn't do that weird look at the floor to speed that up. Which I assume works on consoles, actually. I assume that's not like a weird PC thing, but yeah, he will be using this new exit.
World's first. He's in a roulette match.
There we go.
Sadly, we can't see the... I've never seen the animation of him exiting, so disappointed to have missed out on that, but I suppose
hopefully one of our other competitors can show us.
I hope Joker won't, because yeah, he's, as we are saying this now, gets the second kill. I'm not sure about the keys, but probably much earlier in the run he did pick those up. And there's the car, and there's the exit. There is the 6-2 win for the 2x RR champions.
Yeah, and I'm going to just buy myself a second to do some copy and pasting. But yeah, it's pretty... Well, a very good job from the 2x RR champs. But again, honestly, it's kind of hard to say that we were expecting anything different, right? Again, they've got their name for a reason. So, but yeah, I mean, Chris and GK, it's on most of these, they weren't even that far behind, honestly. The Berlin was just Rip City for everyone. Like, it was, was Joker third? I think it was only Fanium who basically didn't have some kind of difficulty on Berlin. I think even he might have had one rip, I want to say, maybe. I don't remember. It feels like a lifetime ago.
Trying to think of the numbers as well, but Fanium with a really low amount of rips, if any, throughout this match. That's definitely, well, I wouldn't want to say that carrying the team, but had the better performance here. And of course, he was ripping in Whittleton Creek with neither of them finished. And Joker did have some restarts, but they happened, I guess, quick enough, and those second major runs worked out very well for him, and yeah, that carried the team to 3 map wins. Just what they needed to get to the semifinals. It's unfortunate for CX Punk. As group winners, of course, we have seen that how well they have done, and in all the competitions too, that they are 2 of the veterans and one of the best players as well. It just didn't work out for them here today.
Yeah, sorry, I just went quiet while I was filling out the old spreadsheets and tournament, but yeah, we should be good to check that out now.
Yeah, I imagine so. So no worries about that. I will have to click in and out of all these things, and customary quadruple refresh will settle it that we have our final 4 here. In the top half, the 2x RR champions will play the Suffers turned Builders in the semifinals. And of course, a couple hours ago we found out that the Geometry Dash refugees will play formulates in the other semi-final. So if all goes well, it's 4 matches. We will keep everyone informed if it will actually be 4 matches or not. But yeah, fingers crossed that we will close out this last week with some good amount of games.
Yeah, I mean, hype. I love this teammate stuff. It's amazing. Even well, I mean, we didn't do awfully. Let's say, team in it, bruv. But it's just fun, isn't it? Being able to communicate while playing. It's good. Well, I actually said earlier on when you and Obs were playing, like you can almost tell when you guys are talking, because there was one point where you just, I think you basically were just sat waiting rather than running to an exit. But I'm guessing Obs told you that he wasn't near finishing, so you didn't really need to take any stupid risks. And yeah, I like seeing that kind of stuff. It's becoming a fast favorite of mine, this teammate gameplay.
It is
Very
such a
much a
unique
fan.
concept. Yeah, such a fun way to play. I think the watch and cast experience, of course, is also a bit more challenging with more streams, but I hope everyone has been enjoying these matches. As caster, admin, or viewer, of course, we're trying our best with the smoothness and the great overlay that Crudy and Curry has put together. So yeah, hopefully it has been a successful tournament on that front as well. And yeah, for the rest of the tournament, we are scheduled to have the finals on the 16th, which is next Sunday in 8 days. Until then, we are hoping to play all these semi-finals and third place matches, and of course the final on Sunday, but there are no upcoming matches here since everyone found out their opponents just a short while ago, so not much I can show you there. Just hopefully we can return with more matches soon. So any takeaways, Mendo, from this game?
Be scared of 2x RR champs, I guess, unless you're on Whittleton Creek. They've looked unbelievable, even for their group stages. And yeah, honestly, CX Punk, I hope they don't feel demoralized, honestly. Like, I mean, Berlin, like I said, everyone except Fanium really seemed to struggle to get going. But like, other than that, even on Whittleton, like obviously they struggled a little bit, but their performance on Mendoza, which they've publicly said they don't like, and Dubai, which I'm guessing I don't think they like, but I think it was just what they sort of felt they needed to pick. But yeah, they were pretty unstoppable on those maps. And yeah, be afraid. Stuff has turned builders, Although I played those as well, and they're scary as well. Basically, everyone's scary. Be afraid of each other, but have fun.
It sounds like a great thing to close it off. And yeah, it should be just a great last couple of matches here. So yeah, from Mendo and I, we want to say thank you all for watching. Mendo, thanks for co-casting and adminning again.
Yeah, pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And of course, GG's to the 2x RR champions, as well as CX Punk MkIII. See you guys for the next match, hopefully early next week. See you, everyone.